to the Millen Twins Highlights Movement Show on IntellectualRadio.com. It's Friday, y'all.
Woo, it's a cold Friday.
It's a cold Friday. We were supposed to be in Dubai today, but we decided to stay out here for the weekend.
To stay for the weekend.
We shouldn't. We should have flew on out.
Should have flown out.
We're trying to be loyal to. But this weather's loyal.
It is. It's like
negative.
It freeze in one night.
It's the wind chill.
I was freezing in my room.
Talking about flying. I'm walking to the car. I went to another car. That's how strong the wind was. I was like, wait, this ain't my car. Holding your head down from the blocking the wind. Like, wait, this is the wrong car.
I had my umbrella and it was like flying all in the air. But anyway,
but we pray that you all had an amazing week and that you all were productive. Hopefully, you all got some goals accomplished this week. Yeah. What about you?
I did. Some challenges, but we all got challenges.
We all face challenges.
And that's what I have to tell myself, because we like to practice what we preach, right? So even though you're going through a lot, the more you speak like I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be good, you don't feel like it, but until you keep saying it and you begin to feel like it, and it's okay. It's
okay. And every time you set that goal, something come right at your head. Mm-hmm. You be like, wait, God, I just prayed 2 seconds ago. You tested me already? Like, people be trying your faith. And I be trying to stay in the will of God.
Is that what you be trying to do?
I do.
How do you do that?
Maybe, I be praying. I be reading a couple of scriptures that I understand. I need to get one of those kids' Bibles. That don't have that I can understand. I got to look at the dictionary.
You need a teaching Bible.
I do need a teaching Bible.
Speaks in layman terms.
I know what that means.
Okay. I wasn't trying to.
My sister, this is what happens. Like she acts like I don't understand.
Break it down. It's bad though. Being an educator, I can be at dinner.
And I'm an educator too, and I'll be looking like,
but I'll be at dinner with my family, and they'll say something. I'm like, is that a word?
Can you take a break from being a teacher?
I can't. Help it.
She can't. Me and my mom hates it. I was like,
it's okay.
I'm just be silent the whole dinner.
It's the educator in me.
It is the educator, but I am the educator too. But I don't feel like I have to correct you every 2 seconds.
Well, since we're talking about education,
go ahead,
educator. Let's talk about the award ceremony.
You want to talk about it? Go ahead.
I do. It's 2019 Millen Twins Educators Award coming up June 22nd. Well, you got time, but guess what? The tickets are going on sale next week, June 22nd from 6 to 9.
Located
at the Connection.
Yes.
Do I know the address right now? No, I don't.
You don't, but it'll be on the poster, on the flyer.
It'll be on the flyer, but we are in the process of selecting the nominees who will be awarded. Educators in the field from Milwaukee. Well, I don't want to say from where, because then that's telling who won.
You just told it.
From everywhere.
Everywhere.
We're choosing everyone.
No
matter
what you do in the education field, whether you're a president of a college. Yep.
You're a principal, a teacher. If you're in the education field doing something touching someone's life, we are choosing 20 individuals to award for 2019, the 2019 Millen Twins Educators Award. And we plan on making this bigger and bigger every year.
Every year.
Right?
Definitely.
We might go to another city for the next one.
We're gonna pray on that. We need a bigger team. It can't just be me and you.
God,
take God out the box.
You're right, exactly. So we got what else we got coming up?
We can't speak on everything.
Okay, we can't. But look, we talked about the lipstick. You all have to get this lipstick. Somebody texted me the other day and said, "Where's this lipstick coming from?" When I tell you, it lasts all day. My makeup friends, the one who wear makeup every day, like, how you get this lipstick off our lips?
Get some vitamin E oil and a cotton ball and wipe it off.
Yeah,
that does the trick.
It works, but she has every single color. RoxyGal.com. Make sure you guys. She got blues, pinks, browns, nudes, reds, greens, metallics. I mean, whatever color you want, she has it. You guys support our own, and this is Black History Month, so why not support our own?
Definitely.
So we have a very special guest coming up. She's so popular in the city of Chicago.
She's well known. I'm surprised her schedule permitted to come out here.
Everyone knows her.
We had to book her like 3 months in advance.
We did just for this day, but we are blessed for her to say, you know what, twins, I can make time for you.
I was like, well, look at God. The twins are moving.
We are moving.
We are getting celebrities in the building.
Celebrities,
I'm
VIPs.
Just like, VIPs. I'm just saying.
Jinx.
We can't do jinx on the radio.
Okay, we can't. So we're gonna take a quick music break, and when we come back, we're gonna have this VIP special come to the mic. Stay tuned. Share the video.
Share.
Okay? Share. It's a share button to the radio phone.
mama.
Trying to be like you.
It's getting warm in here.
She sure said it was like, you want to turn this heat on?
I know, this light getting me every time. Are you ready, Wanda? What's up, everybody? This is your girls, Carice
and Crystal,
aka Millen Twins. So right now you are tuning in to the Millen Twins Highlights Movement Show on IntellectualRadio.com. I like how you on my note.
I know, I just wanted to sound identical today.
We sound identical all the time.
Why can't I just be your friend?
We are.
You
girl, don't get a we share the same egg. Give me a break.
Give her a minute.
Jesus.
So it's not about Carice right now. It's about this amazing lady in between us who's wearing actually a Thoughts Become Things hoodie. If you didn't notice, this is this hot green, but we got Miss Lisa Stewart in the building. Give it up for Lisa. What's going on, sis?
How are you?
We
I'm
are
so happy to be here finally.
We're so glad you were able to. You know, she be booked.
We was like in
years ahead.
Like, can we get you? We planning on getting a radio station. You think we could book you
in 2019?
In 2019,
and she was available. Look at God.
Won't he do it?
Won't he will?
I love y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we have a miracle right here.
Well, wait, can we do the game?
Okay, let's do the game because we about to get deep.
Yeah, so we have this game that's called 2020, right? So it's 20 random fun questions. Okay, and you have sound.
5 seconds. If you don't answer in these 5 seconds, I got it, y'all. That was an educated move. She said the wrong word in the sentence.
Have your moment.
I did.
I'm okay. So you ready? You ready, Lisa?
It's gonna be fun questions.
Got nervous. Stop sweating.
It's fun.
It's fun questions.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Hold on. I'm not ready.
I know, Crystal. Get it together. Okay. I can start. All right, you ready?
Chris got this big old notebook.
I do.
We have iPhones.
I'm organized. Sorry.
Come on up.
You right, and they could go dead. All right, let's go. What do you find yourself doing a lot these days?
Watching Netflix, Greenleaf.
Me too.
Okay. I love Greenleaf.
You need to watch Shooter.
I'm addicted.
Yes. Can we get back to the game?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
We're still at the game.
We are.
We're trying to throw some movies out there. Y'all need to pay us for promotion. Let's go.
What food do you crave most often?
Tacos.
What's the one thing you could never live without?
Coke.
What single appliance can you not live without?
Appliance.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Bubbly, funny. Well, that was the same thing.
It was. It's okay.
You want the CPS?
You got one. Energetic.
Okay. That's all right. We're going to give it to her. Would you rather have a rewind button on your pause? Wait.
Yep.
Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Pause.
Phone call or text?
Text.
Would you rather be a kid your whole life or an adult?
An adult.
Would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Fly.
Mentally,
rich friends or loyal friends?
Friends.
Eyebrows or eyelashes?
Eyebrows.
At a movie, candy or popcorn?
Candy.
What job would you absolutely be terrible at?
Insurance.
Me too. I would be giving everybody insurance. Okay, last question. You ready? Mm-hmm. Can you make any prediction about anything exactly 1 year from now?
My book will be bestseller.
Come on, she's spoken into existence. That's one of the things we're about to talk about.
Yes.
Come on, y'all. So if you're just tuning in, we are talking to Miss Lisa Stewart, one of the best producers in what WVN radio station.
WVON.
Yes.
Did you forget the old?
No, I said WVON. I just said it fast.
Sorry.
Y'all pray for me, okay?
Okay, so Lisa, you are doing amazing things. Now, if you guys didn't know, this is the individual who got us in contact with the amazing Wanda and Earl to be on the radio show. She contacted us like at 3:30 in the morning. She the only person that can call us at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Only person
talking about, I got something to talk about. Hello, we sleep, but okay. But we would jump up for her.
We will.
And she called us and was like, I need y'all to do this. I want y'all to do this. Y'all could do this. This is, she believes in everything that we do. She believes in everything that we speak. And we personally want to say we love you and we appreciate you for believing in us when other people don't. You do. So we thank you and we love you.
And I appreciate you ladies. You don't know how much you inspired me. And the reason why I'm here today to even tell my story is because you ladies both inspired me.
Aww.
And so I'm so happy that you guys are becoming successful. And I'm just enjoying every moment of it.
You're amazing. Where's my tissue?
Amazing. I don't want to cry.
Throw some me either because it's too hot.
Use your hair.
It's hot in here anyway. It's going to dry up my teardrops. But tell the people who you are. What do you do?
My name is Lisa Stewart. I'm a executive producer at WVON for the Nightcap with Kendall Moore. I'm excited to be here. It's a great show. It's on Sunday nights, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. What did I say the wrong time? 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Make sure you check us out on Sunday nights. Make sure you don't forget to like us on Facebook, The Kendall Moore Show. But other than that,
so what inspired you to want to be in this industry?
Well, I'm a people pleaser. I like people. I like helping other people get successful. That's my job. In this business, it's very tricky. There's no loyalty in radio. There's no loyalty in entertainment. People so rush to be quick and famous. But being famous can be a curse and it can be a blessing. And sometimes people don't know which way. People will kill to be famous. People forget, loyalty. And with that, I'm here today to talk about the book that I have coming out called The Misconception of Depression, because, I've gone through so much just this year. A year ago, last year, I wasn't walking. So God is good.
Yes, he is.
And I'm happy to be here to tell my stories, because that most people that's struggling through depression look just like me. The misconception is that, you're not getting out of bed. You stuck in the bed crying. But for me, it was going to everybody's events that led me to being depressed. I was covering up for a long time. I masked the pain that I was going through by being everywhere. That's all a cover up,
right,
for really what's going on deep down inside.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are, and when I guess I talk to a lot of people and they suffer from depression, but you would never know because they put that smile, like you said, they have a mask on their face, like they put that smile on, like, okay, like you said, going to different events, dancing, doing this and that. But then as soon as they walk out, it's just like their spirit just dropped.
Your spirit just dropped. Depression is real. And I was having a conversation with a coworker today. You think about Don Cornelius, Robin Williams, all these comedians. I have a lot of comedians. We're responsible for so many people's laughter, so many people putting a smile on so many people's face that sometimes we're the ones that's suffering. We actually need a hug. I'm everybody's sis when they need something. I'm the go-to person. So it's sis, I need this, sis, I need that. But nobody's saying, hey, Lisa, how you doing today? Is everything good today? I got sick last year and I ended up losing friends. How do you lose friends when you're sick? How does that even happen? For a long time, people was so excited that I was not doing well, believe it or not. So when I started getting better, phone calls started dropping. I stopped seeing friends. People didn't want me to see me get better, because sometimes people enjoy helping out other people because that makes them feel good. So when you don't need them anymore or you're doing better, it's not that you don't need them anymore, you just start doing better. People feel some kind of way about that.
And these days, a lot of people thrive off of people's failure because they feel like, okay, she's moved to the bottom. Now I can move to the top. No, that's not it.
I'm healing, doing better. I'm acting funny because I can pay my bills and I'm getting back on track. That's acting funny. You should be happy for me that I'm doing better.
Definitely. People should, right?
And this is why we do, for the people who are listening, this is why we do the Millen Twins Highlights Movement Show. We basically like to highlight individuals who, despite what they're going through, despite what people know they're going through, they decided to push in their purpose, to push in their journey, in their dreams. And one thing with Lisa, as she said, if I can talk about your sickness, it's crazy how people want your life so bad and they don't realize what you're going through. So her being Lisa being in the industry that she's in, she meets famous people. She has access to this, she has access to that. But then you don't understand the stress that comes along with it, which caused her to not be able to walk, which caused her not to be able to see. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, stress was my trigger when I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis last year. February 23rd, I was discharged from Ingalls Hospital. And stress almost killed me, literally.
Silent killer.
Silent killer. Depression is a silent killer. You know, our everyday stresses are not really stresses. You know what I mean? People always say, oh, you know, you and your husband, we look so perfect. But guess what T.D. Jakes said about him and his wife? He said him and his wife are stronger today because of all the things that went wrong. Mm-hmm. Me and my husband are stronger today because of everything that went wrong. Not because of everything that was perfect or everything was good. You know, we look at each other and we say, you know, we have too many little eyes looking at us. We have to get this right. Mm-hmm. There's nothing simple about marriage. There's nothing simple about having a family of 7. There's nothing simple about having 5 kids. There's no simple perfection, you know, in that. So posting pictures of my family, that's a reminder for me to help me keep going and to keep pushing. You know, it's days that I was crying or I was calling you guys, you know, you just want to weigh out because it's so overwhelming. You know, when everything's hitting you at the same time, you feel like there's no outlet. You know, it's fun being a producer. It's fun going to different events. But after that's all over with, you still have that pain, even after that drink. Mm-hmm. You know, I went to a WVO event over the summer, and I had asked this question, and the lady's response was, find your happy place. Go to that happy place, breathe in and out. Because I said, you know, every time I get stressed out, I want to drink. And she said, no, don't drink. Think of your happy place, which was Florida for me. Mm-hmm. I want to take my family there, and I want to think about the sunshine. So I thought about Florida, and I breathe in and out.
And I think that's one thing that we have to make sure we distinguish. When someone says find your happy place, it's not find your happy, food. No, because then that could lead to an issue. And absolutely. Drinking, that leads to an issue. Smoking, that leads to an issue. You know, so we have to actually mentally obtain that information. Like, okay, be logical when it comes to that. My happy place. You know, so just don't find a substance that will make it even worse at the end of the day.
But absolutely. With you being a producer, you're having fun, you going to events, you're booking celebrities, you're doing all the above, then on top of the stress with it, but instantly it's almost like your life shut down.
Oh, absolutely.
What pushed you to get through this? So when I say it shut down, like literally, like Lisa had to learn how to walk again. Lisa couldn't see. It's okay to talk about that. Lisa couldn't see. Lisa was literally like bedridden. Like instantly, like literally, she's helping Carice overnight. She's helping me and Reed about our events. What's going on? We about to do this and do that, and then instantly, like she's in the hospital, and it's like, wait, we just talked to her last night. So how did you push through that?
Well, believe it or not, when I was in a hospital room, because my life was just taken from me, or I should say, it was on pause. Right on pause. I was looking at the ceiling, and I remember the nurse had me strapped down, and I couldn't do anything anyway. And I really wanted to commit suicide in my, because I ain't slow. My brain's still working. I just can't move and I can't talk. And I said, well, hell, I'm not even strong enough to even do something if I wanted to do something anyway. I was still thinking about it. And then when my kids would come in the room and kiss me or give me a hug, that was a sense of, come on, I don't ever want to see them in pain. You start to think about when you finally come out of depression, it still was there and it still happened months after that. But what pushed me to get better was music, actually, and along with my kids. We all have to find that niche, what's going to help us get out of our situation. Sometimes songs help us with a breakup. Songs, I clean up better when I listen to music. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy. She always turned up. Yeah, because I can clean better. I cook better.
You're able to do it now.
I'm able to do it. When you get everything taken from you, you have a much love for everything. People are like, man, you don't never sit down. Man, because shoot, just can't go again. Just can't start relapse again. But my kids, my husband is my motivation. My family is my motivation to stay encouraged, to stay doing better. Because, I look at their face and I don't want to cry. But I look at them and I say, what kind of pain would I do if I caused them the kind of pain?
Right.
But I want to take my life. I want to be done with all this because I'm so overloaded with work, or I'm so overloaded with this. I'm one person. And people sometimes feel like, well, you could do this, but don't forget I got 5 kids and a husband. I can't be everywhere. It was getting to a point that I'm hiring people to go to places for me because I can't make it. And then I realized, I need to just stop.
Slow down.
So now I just say no. I've uninstalled Messenger. I don't want to be invited to anything. I don't want to feel pressure to go because I will go.
You will. She's at everything. Literally.
And if someone invites me somewhere, I'm going to go because I'm that loyal of a person.
Yes.
But in turnaround, the way I am loyal to other people are not loyal to me. And that was part of my depression. And that was hurtful. It's like a movie coming out and you don't mention the director. I'm behind so many people's success. I'm not looking for a tag. If people know me, they know I don't tag people in anything. I'm looking for an email. I'm looking for an email, or I'm looking for a check. An email to say thank you. Some people forget. I'll never forget who put me on. I was Cliff Kelly's intern. Now I'm executive producer at WVN. You never forget who put you on with anything. Never forget. You never forget, Wanda. You just never forget those people that put you on that matter. People get so caught up into this and that too. They miss their way. They lose their way. Because now, I made it. Now you don't need nobody else. People are into using you, and that can be a problem. But you just have to take a deep breath
and keep going.
And that's one thing that we learned from Lisa, her already being in the industry. It's okay. People think that, the twins do everything. They do everything. Well, we do everything, but we seek out help and research and information from people who are doing it already. We're okay with asking questions. We're okay saying we don't know everything. So we will ask Lisa, how do we do this? Should we do this? Why should we do this? And she will tell us, be careful. Don't be naive to the industry. Don't say yes to everything. Everybody
don't let people manipulate you.
Exactly. Like everybody's not in it to support you. It's people who wants it just for the drop name.
And for you ladies, people need to be there when you guys are struggling, when things are coming up, when things are not so good. Things won't always be good. But you don't need nobody that's around just for the success.
Just for the success, right?
What about those conversations? What about those crying days? What about those days there it was no good? People just want to ratchet coattail when it's all good for them. Those people you got to watch.
Right. So you have to watch who you surround yourself with. And we have those days. People don't think we do. But my sister and I, we tend to, when we have those type of days, we shut down. Like, okay, no social media. Let's keep to ourselves. Let's get it, get the moving.
Absolutely.
We don't have to be the limelight of everything. And a lot of times when we do have events, or when we did have events, like our team had to push us to the front, like, go say something, go do this, go.
Right.
Like, I don't have to be in the front. I can work in the back scene alone. If somebody's getting in touch, or, whatever is happening is for the good. And that's what mattered to us. Absolutely. So a lot of people want to be in your shoes so they could be in the limelight.
And let me interject. The reason why you ladies are going to be successful, because you guys are genuine. In this business, people are not genuine. And that's what they're missing. That's what they're missing. People are not genuine anymore.
Right.
The reason why you guys are going places, and I don't want to be preaching, but the reason why you guys are going places and doing things, the more you become successful, the more you'll lose friends. The more your circle, the
smaller your circle
the smaller your circle becomes. It's just a known fact.
The
successful I become, the lesser my friends is. The misconception is that, oh, Lisa, you know everybody. Yeah, I know every lot of people, but guess what? I can count who's my girlfriends. And I can count right now, Siobhan,
Lord,
you know what I mean? Tanisha. So you can name a few.
You can name them,
I can name a few, but that's it. I have full of close friends that would come get me if I was stuck in Mexico. If you can't
count on your friends, then.
Yeah, and then it's like, don't befriend people, or don't say you want a mentor just to get close to the famous people. You know what I'm saying? Like, Lisa's famous. She is. But my sister and I don't look up to her to say, she gonna get us close to Tank. And even though if you whenever.
I don't know.
I know he got married, but whatever he had that next concert.
Right.
If he had tickets for us, whatever. That's a vaccine conversation. But anyway, but we don't call her to be like, hey girl, so can we get the concert tickets? It's like, no, look, we're dealing with this, and How should we handle it because you've done it before? So it's okay to have that mentorship. You want to go to people who knows more than you. I don't like to hang out with people who know either the same thing as me or don't know nothing because I can't gain nothing from you. You know, so what would you tell somebody who's watching, who wants to be a producer, who wants to be in the music industry? What advice would you give them?
Don't be afraid to share. I remember people ask me all the time. They say, "Oh, you know, I'll pay you. Why are you gonna pay me for something I looked up to?" Research it. Research. You know how the pastor tell you if you don't know, you need to read it for yourself to prove it. So guess what? If you don't know something, research it. Research how to be a good producer. Research how to be a good author. Research how to get into the radio business. Research everything. Don't depend on anybody else because guess what? You're your biggest supporter. Nobody else is going to support you or me other than me. You know, I was so negative and I was negative Nancy for a long time. And I still have my moments, but I'm trying to be positive Patty now. You know, we get so stuck in this rut and it's hard to come out of because I got my good days and my bad days too.
We all do.
You know, but we have to love ourselves first. That's my thing this year is loving myself now.
And loving yourself more.
More and taking care of myself more before I can take care of anybody else. You know, when I be crying or I was having my moment, my husband said, I can't make you happy, Lisa. These kids can't make you happy, Lisa. You have to make yourself happy.
You do.
But they can't continue to see you cry. You got to get yourself together. So make yourself happy before you can do anything. Because other than that, we can't do nothing for you.
Good job, bro. Good job, bro.
You know, and you know, I don't like to admit, but he does give good advice. He doesn't know I'm listening, but I'm listening.
You need a partner to give you good advice because some partners be like, oh, whatever, and they'll move on or do whatever. But just to have that significant partner, you know, the significant other that's there just to push you and keep going. Like I know I can't do it. You got to do it yourself, but I'm still going to be here for you, you know, and he's pushing.
Because, you know, when you're sick and you're going through this depression, you know, you're going through all these insecurities.
You do.
Talking to somebody, you know, I'm gaining weight and I can't walk, you know, and all this different stuff. I know you said, girl, ain't nobody talking to nobody. Go sit down, relax, you know, but you go through all those things and that's the misconception. People say, well, oh, no, you got a husband and kids. You can't be depressed. No, that is the misconception.
It is.
You know, just because I have a husband and kids doesn't mean
that everything is all rainbow.
I'm 38. I lost my sister at 38 to breast cancer 6 years ago. So instantly I got depressed and I had to take all her pictures down, then put them back up so I could heal. You know, then I was staying away from family because everything reminded me of her. I couldn't cry. Now I can talk about her because now I'm in a happy place. I can talk about her, and even though she passed the cancer, because now I can say, you know what, but she was a wonderful sister. She was a great big sister.
Remember the good things.
Remember the good things, and I can talk about her in good spirit now because my sister was excellent to me. That's how I finished radio school. Was because of my sister.
Because of her.
Well, I'm excited to read your book coming up because mental health is definitely like it's taken over now. And I think it's coming out more because people are afraid to admit it. People are afraid to talk about it. Yeah. So for you to write about it and to tell your story, especially for people who are looking up to you, it'll be able to like, wow, I'm dealing with this too. And it's going to save someone.
Right. And they're going to see that if you can, you know, get out of it, then they can.
And that's the whole point of me talking about the misconception of depression. The misconception of depression is me. You know, I've been depressed since I was 12 years old, or going through something or going through different challenges and sexual abuse as a child. Things like really encourage everybody that's out there listening, heal from your past, call whoever you need to call to help the healing process begin, to start the process, if anything.
There you go.
So when can we look out for this book?
Man, this summer, the misconception of depression.
And we holding you to it.
And love yourself first.
Love yourself first. And are you still looking for interns? Like, I'm looking for some interns for the radio show. So
Serious
if you're looking to be a part of this industry and want to be a producer, want to be a radio host and just need that experience, when you see opportunities like that, that is the time for you to step out and say, hey, I would like to try and do this. I mean, of course, we're afraid. We have things, you know, we're afraid of things that are new, right. Things that are out of your comfort zone. But if you step in and just get the experience, Lisa is very, very approachable, very sweet. She don't play. but she's approachable and she cares.
And she actually
So, but
cares.
that's the people you need around you. You don't need yes people around you. You need people who will be able to correct you and tell you, no, let's do it this way, or let's talk it out and do it this way. So when you see her saying, I need intern, because she always talking about, I need interns.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
I be sleep when she need an intern. So, and then you have the booking agency.
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit.
The booking agency, I love the booking agency. A lot of times people get confused. I'm not just a radio producer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a talent manager. The reason why you don't see tags, because I'm very strict with that. This is a very competitive industry. If you're going to be a talent manager and I manage a lot of people wouldn't even know it. That's because I'm very private and particular about it. I don't need a tag. I do my job and then it's done. Because here comes another publicist or somebody else want to swoop up and take my client. No, you have to keep these kind of things under wraps because it is a competitive thing. So not only am I a producer, but I'm a great talent manager. I don't just book guests, but if it's support or somebody's looking for something, I'll book them for, some of the things out there. But I love it.
So how can people find you? How can they reach you?
They can reach me on Instagram, Lisa Marie Booking, Ms. Radio Producer 81 on Instagram, and also Facebook, Lisa Marie Stewart.
So we thank you so much.
Thank you so much
for coming all the way to Chicago. Okay, you can come. And say thank you so much for being here. This is not going to be your last time. Don't go nowhere because we got to take pictures and stuff like that. But we're going to take a music break. And when we come back from this music break, we have the CEO of Chicago Black Restaurant Week, Miss Lauren Smith, will be calling in. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you share the video.
Hey, y'all.
I will love you anyway. I will love you anyway. I will love you anyway. Even if you cannot, even if you cannot stay. Even if you cannot, even if you cannot stay. I think you are the one. I think you are the one for me. Here's where you ought to be. Here's where you ought to be. I just want to satisfy you, 'cause you're not mine, can't deny it. No, you hear me talking, babe. Love me now or I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing, don't you know you're my everything? Oh, sweet thing, don't you know you're my everything? I will love you I will love you anyway. I will love you anyway. I will love you anyway. I wish you were my love. I wish you were my love. I wish you were my lover, but you act so undercover. Love you my whole life long to be right or be wrong. I'm only what you make me, baby.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Carice
and Crystal,
aka Millen Twins.
Carice
want me to right.
She want me to do, harmony.
Can we keep it harmony?
All right, start over.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Carice
and Crystal,
aka Millen Twins. So if you're just tuning in, you're tuning in to the Millen Twins Highlights Movement Show on IntellectualRadio.com.
Would you want my note? See, she got a whole. She mad today.
I ain't mad.
She is
my throat
mad.
Just sore. All of our guests are VIP.
All of them celebrities. We didn't have.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
How are you,
girl.
beautiful?
Oh, when I tell you, I don't know. I'm always crazy around this time of year anyway, so I expect that I knew it was going to happen, so I'm just going with it.
I know you're always busy, girl. Busy.
We trying to be like you. You got some big things coming up February 10th. If you guys didn't know, Lauren is the CEO of Chicago Black Restaurant Week. This is humongous. So I know you are ripping and running.
You absolutely know it. I have to, and something well, it's not even something, it's the devil going on. So, of course, I had printing issues with somebody, then I had to regroup and go to somebody else to get my posters done. It's just been a whole fiasco. My website decided it wanted to crash this week, and it's never crashed before. I mean, it's just all kind of crazy stuff. But you know what? But God is my favorite phrase. But God. But I don't people though.
I know that's right. That means when the attack is coming, that means that how great your blessing's about to be.
That's it.
So that's all that means. Won't he will. So you have Chicago Black Restaurant Week. Can you tell the people, where did this come from? How did you start it?
Well, I know, well, you guys know, what I look like as far as my size. I love food, but see, I don't eat a whole lot, but I just love food. I'm so addicted to food, period. And I'm like, okay, I just kind of feel like I need to be doing something else for my community as an adult. As kids, we always do the regular Black History Month type things, the little commercial type things. And, all of our Black historians, Black people in history are amazing, absolutely wonderful and have paved the way for so many of us. But I was like, I need to do something else. There's got to be something that I feel like I can do to contribute. And so I happened to be sitting at Krishan Lampley. She was having a cigar event. This is the owner of Love Corkscrew, the Black-owned wine company that she's out of Chicago. She had an event summer of 2015. I just happened to be sitting there. And every single place that I go, I take a journal. I'm never far away from a journal. So I just was kind of sitting down, writing some ideas for my digital marketing company. And then I said, Chicago Restaurant Week is going on right now, and I think I'm about to miss it. I need to figure out where I want to go. And then all of a sudden I said, but wait a minute, is there a Chicago Black Restaurant Week? So I started doing my research. Social media is where I live, and I did not find anything of the sort. And so when I tell anybody that wants to start anything, ask the question, what does the person need? What does someone else need? What does the consumer need? So I just threw a question out on social media, talking to my friends, all of this and that. And they said, oh my God, we would love a Black Restaurant Week. That would be so dope. Da, da, da. So within minutes, I purchased a domain. I'm still at this event. I purchased the domain. I set up all the social media pages for it. And then within 15, 20 minutes, I had 100 followers to those social media pages. So then I had to look like this is something that was needed and somebody just needed to step up and do it. So I claimed it, and it's mine.
Wow. Oh my God. So
That's
you're
amazing.
literally sitting there taking notes, and all of a sudden your whole dream drops on you just like that.
Right. Just like that.
Wow.
And the fact that I was supporting a Black business only makes the story to me more incredible, because I'm always somewhere trying to support somebody Black. I'm always trying to give back to somebody in the African American community in some kind of way. So I'm just sitting there like, I'm going to stop me do from these seeds that God has planted. So let me get busy. And so I just got right to it.
Wow. So what are some of the challenges that you face when conducting this or doing this event?
Well, some of the challenges are my life has been threatened by, of course, social media. What do you call them? They hide behind a keyboard. Social media thugs.
Bullies. I don't know.
I have been. Week is primarily white restaurants. I don't want to, say that that's all that they do, because there are some African American restaurants that do Chicago Restaurant Week, and I think it's amazing. But that did not start with a base of African Americanism. So I said, you can start your own week. Why didn't you start a I get all kinds of, you could have done this, you could have done that, which is why I always tell people, and I just posted it on the restaurant page the other day, don't let anybody that's not doing anything say you got to do anything at all. So
you're right. That's the best advice ever.
Keep it moving. So every year, so is this the 4th year or the 5th year?
This is the 4th year.
The 4th year. So every year you have different restaurants, right?
Pretty much, but then I also have my restaurants that have been faithful to the movement ever since its inception. Because, anytime you start something, not many people will catch on to it. Like, for example, Rico Nance of Lighthouse Soul Food Grill and his brother Mickey of Mickey's Retro Grill. They have been with me ever since February of 2016, the very first Black Restaurant Week. Wow. And they have been so supportive. And then, it doesn't help that they have also been people that I've known since high school But I mean, they believe in what I had going on, and they're like, this is going to go somewhere. You know, we're honored that you asked us to do it. I mean, I have new restaurants every year, but I always have my same, you know, few supporters that I love to see sign back up every year.
That's awesome. So we have so many people who are listening and who has a Black restaurant and probably never even heard of it. So how do I see that, like on your page, you have one is registration time. So what is the process of even getting into it?
So because I run everything myself, I do it solo. And, you know, it kind of helps me to stay focused in the movement. I can't have too many hands in the pot. You know how that goes. So I have people to send me an email. And then I send them the registration materials to register for the week. They get all the information. They figure out what their specials are. They pay the registration fee, and then see what people don't also understand is that for a year after Black Restaurant Week, I'm promoting their business for a year after, leading up to the next one. I mean, you know, because I want people to continue to return. So it's very involved. They're getting the benefit of the Black dollars going back into their businesses. And I'm not really sure if you guys are familiar, but, you know, the food industry is a very difficult industry to have any type of longevity in.
It is.
And we have a lot of businesses that have been around for a long time, but you'll see a place open in 2020 or 2002 closed. The restaurant industry is not a strong or a solid industry for many people. But, you know, if you continue to have people support these businesses, continue to talk about them on social media, continue to give people jobs, give people hope, all of that. So it's a whole lot wrapped up into one big ball.
So for our listeners, tell us, how does it work? Do you put out a restaurant a day, or you just put out a whole list of restaurants and then we all can just go, you know, whenever? Or tell us, how does it work?
So basically, currently, I'm sitting at 37 or 38 restaurants that are registered. I put a full list of the restaurants on my social media pages as well as the website. What people can do, you pick and choose where you want to go. You pick and choose, you decide what you want to eat, where you want to go. You know, bring friends, you know, take a large group with you and take advantage of the discounts that they're going to offer from Sunday to Sunday.
Wow.
That's pretty much it.
I love that. I love that. And I love how you're doing it in the month of February. Like, it's so befitting. And the thing is, you guys, we have to support this. We always hear, we got to support Black. We got to support Black. But then you ain't supporting Black. You still supporting. Not saying I'm right that, you know, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to support to the restaurants, because you don't realize that what Lauren is doing, she's putting a fire under the business owners who does have a restaurant, who sometimes feel like, I can't do it, but because she's pushing them and she's doing what she's doing and she's advertising and she's getting them on WGN. This ain't small. Like, they be all over the news. Like, Lauren is doing her thing and she got a whole other business we'll talk about. But she's pushing and motivating people to keep going, because, like she said, she's pouring back into them, and because restaurants don't last, you know, because of the we didn't make enough money. And of course, as a human, you're gonna say, you know, dang, we're not making money. I think we need to shut down. You instantly think that. But when you have people like Lauren who literally drops her in her notebook her whole dream, which she realizes, but you don't realize that her dream is supporting other people's dream. So when you're doing that and you're pouring back into other people, it can't do nothing but prosper. Flourish. I'm gonna put my offering. Crystal cash at me a Crystal one for my offering on today. I'm just saying, God is good. Won't he do it? He will. But I'm just saying, but no, I love how you're doing this, Lauren. Like, you are definitely pouring in. And don't just because it's February, that don't mean you stop. She still be posting on her pages. Look at her pages. She still be having them on there. So we love what you're doing, Lauren.
So thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to help people. That's it. It's all about service. And
that's why you keep elevating, because your goal is to help people. It's not about self. So look, so she has that, and then she has her own L Digital Agency. Can you talk about that, Lauren?
So L Digital Agency is a digital marketing firm that has been in existence now. In March, it'll be 7 years, where I provide social media support for businesses, small businesses, large businesses, well, so far it's just Chicago, and I have one where I was running some social media for in Atlanta. So it's basically, business owners are extremely busy. You guys are busy with the day-to-day operations of your business, handling invoices, whatever it is that you're doing, buying inventory, just trying to stay afloat with that. And a lot of times people don't have time to post to social media. However, with the way the world is right now, we live and park and sleep on social media. It's 24 hours a day, which gives people access to your product. And so you always want to have a social media presence somewhere, and you want it to be consistent. So that's where I come in. I'm behind the scenes. I mean, some of these pages that people probably follow, I'm probably doing some of the posting for. It's about service. I want to make sure people are getting what they need. And when I started that business, the question I asked was, what do people need? What is the need? And that's what people should always ask when they get ready to start something. What is the need here? What is the end goal? What is it that I'm trying to do? Because people will try to start businesses and do all of this stuff on a whim because it's popping. Mm-hmm. No, I also come with an English degree, so you have to know how to write to post to social media. You can't just keep talking all crazy and breaking birds and doing this and doing. I can talk to slang when I'm just having a regular conversation, but you have to know how to switch it up. You have to know how to have correct grammar and all of this and that across the media waves. So yeah, I've been doing that now again, solo dolo for going on 70 years.
So do you feel that social media is a vital tool for businesses these days? Because, some people, they're like, I'm not about to do all that, but I feel like it is vital for business. What do you think?
I believe that social media is extremely vital. If you notice too, we all go to church. Churches are now on social media, not any of the masses. The youth are on social media. Sometimes churches put things on there that the youth can relate to, which inclines them to follow, which may incline them to say, Mom, I want to go to this church, which may incline them to join. I'm just thinking about the domino effect that social media can have in a positive way, of course. It does help your business to grow. It does give you a larger range of influence. It does allow people across the world to see your product. People hashtags. I try to tell people this all the time. People search for businesses and things that they need via the hashtag. So it's very important that you have strong and solid hashtags that are vital to your business.
See, Lauren is the reason we got 90 hashtags under our pictures and stuff, because she used to be like, y'all need to add hashtags and pay attention to the algorithm. What is that? I don't even know what an algorithm is. She like, you can't just be posting when you feel like it. It got to be about the time. So when she tell us, we're like, that's why we only got one like here, then 90 and this one another hour. So it's like we learned a lot. She poured into us. Like, she seen when we started our beginnings, and she just like, y'all got to do this. You got to do that. And we didn't look at her upside down. We were just like, okay, yes, ma'am. Because she's professional at what she's doing. When you see when people are doing what they're doing and they're succeeding, you take that information and you use that information. So then I'm like, oh, cool, we got 100 likes now because we paid attention to the algorithm. Yeah, that's a new word. If you don't know what that means, tell them what the algorithm is, Lauren.
Well, pretty much. It's your ROI, which is your range of influence. It's, the demographic that you are trying to cater to. You can even set it to where you're trying to gear your posts and messages to a certain community. If you are a non-for-profit organization, let's just say you're trying to reach young ladies or young boys, you kind of cater your hashtags and cater your messages to those kids. So even the children are searching for all. You have no idea what the kids be doing crazy stuff online. Let's be clear, because I do work at high school and I know what goes on. But some are just things. So if you position yourself in the appropriate way, you will bring to you what you need without you having to do too much. You have to really be intentional about this thing. And social media, people, you put everything on social media, you're doing this, you're doing that. Well, you're using it for the wrong way if you can't see the positivity in social media. I don't care what nobody says. It has grown so many businesses. It has given so much life to so many movements, the Me Too movement, the this, the that. You got to think about how so many people across the world have been able to hear about things like the women. Think about everything that you guys did on social media and how things just take off if you're consistent with it.
That's so true. So for people who would like to connect with you, where can they find you?
So again, I live on social media. I speak at some point. But my Instagram for L's Digital Agency is L's Digital Agency _ after the agency. And then for Black Restaurant Week, it's Official Chicago, B as in boy, R as in W. I'm sorry, R as in W. I'm crazy. R as in Robert, W as in water. And you can find me there. I probably just something up not too long ago. But yeah, I live there.
So with her agency, she gives tips. She gives ideas. One of the tips I got from her is if you're going to have a business page and you running it, you can't have it on private. It has to be open. You know, duh. Right. You don't think about that. But you be like, I'm blocking him. I block people. But she has all kinds of things you don't even think about because like you said, there's other people who's behind the scenes who knows how to run it. So you get that information and you use it. So you guys make sure you follow her pages. The Official Chicago Black Restaurant. So you
start Sunday.
Hit all the restaurants that she has on her list. You
I know we gonna be
because we like eat. We like Lauren. We don't gain weight, but we gonna eat. We eat. Yeah. We don't know where the weight go, but we gonna eat. So
crystal head.
You know what? So Lauren, we thank you so much for calling in. We know you are busy. We know you are on the road now, so we want you to be safe. But we appreciate you, and we speak nothing but blessings on everything that God has for you.
Thank you so much, Millen Twins. It's always my pleasure. You know, you always 100% of my support in anything that you guys do. And I just come out.
You know we will. We ready.
Oh, good bit.
We love you.
Before I hang up,
go ahead.
I need to shout out, of course, all of the businesses that participated. But I also want to give a personal shout out to my sexy face. This is my significant other. He has put up with me falling asleep on him and ripping and running like crazy. So I just want to say thank you for just being supportive and just thank you for dealing with my crazy because this is going to always be the craziest time of year and he is holding it down like a champ. So I just...
Can we get a name? No.
Text us later.
I thought I get that exclusive.
We try to get that exclusive.
Look,
shout out to the significant other.
Shout out to Lawrence.
We'll probably see something soon because he is... Yeah, you'll see something.
Well, I know that's right. He got a brother. I'm gonna call you when we done with the show, okay? A brother, let him be at least 60. He'll be leaving soon. At least I'll spend some time with somebody.
I'm just playing. You be safe. We love you. We'll see you this week at the restaurant week, okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Talk to you soon, love.
All right.
So make sure you all go out and, support all these restaurants. We have to do it. We always talk about we need to support. Just actually do it. Don't just be talking.
Don't just be
talking, y'all. Go do it.
It's Black History Month. And then, like we said, we about to be sporting our if you guys did see our hoodies, our Black History Month hoodies. I thought I was going to get it tonight, but, my timing was off. But we're going to be wearing it, sporting it tomorrow. So we already got a whole bunch of people ordering it. So you guys better put your orders in for your hoodies. These are exclusive. And, it's Friday.
It is Friday. So make sure you all have a great weekend. Stay warm.
Because it's only 6 degrees
Next
outside.
weekend, we're going to be cold again because we'll be in Iceland. But that's okay. We'll be in the beautiful weather.
We are.
Yeah, we're going to Iceland. Our producer booked the flight.
Oh, well, I booked the flight to Dubai.
So we're going to be in 2 different places.
Hey,
that's what it's called. Remote live radio. Won't you will.
All right, you guys, make sure you tune in with us next Friday.
Every Friday at 8 p.m. And make sure you look out for the educators tickets next week.
Tickets will be coming
and
out.
And the awardees, we will be announcing them, Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday.
Okay.
All right. You all have a great weekend.
You guys are tuning in to the Millen Twins Highlights Movement Show on IntellectualRadio.com. Yep, you turned that off, right?
I will love you in it.